Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Moral Ambiguity Beyond the Sea, Episode 3. I'm your host, Drags. With me is our three intrepid explorers. Let's think what happened. You guys went underwater, you had an underwater walk. You saw some crazy fish. Fish be
Yeah,
crazy.
they're not acting correctly.
Don't like that.
Um,
Don't like that.
you
Okay,
came out of the underwater walk and you talked to some people.
I do have in my notes in all capitals 300-foot tentacle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
talked
people said that they found
extensively with Professor Pickle.
about crazy fish. Maybe there's like giant squid, but
Oh.
like really, really giant squid.
I should say this is gonna come up again. I fucking know it. Most of them can't see red light. Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
But probably the most important thing is that our boy Jonathan Carr. Benson.
it's
Carr's
both.
your
Yes,
weird name. Yeah, but no, had a spooky dream, and while he was having a spooky dream,
I almost
Some
got fucking
kind of-
abducted.
he was abducted and barely saved when the other two by a giant fish dog creature.
Yeah, I remember that now.
Oh, I don't like that.
So,
Some kind of weird fish dog.
Fish dog.
right? Yeah. Every time I start one of these, I spend, and this is just a little behind the scenes for the people at home. I write this little thing as like a foreword for what we're gonna do, and when I'm writing it, I feel so fucking smart when I'm writing it, right? I feel like, man, this is really good, all right? And then it gets to now say the damn thing, Bart, and
Say the line, Bart.
and I can't explain to you the feeling of anxiety, listeners, that wells up in me when I have to then say this incredibly pretentious thing that I wrote. There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy. Did you know that it comes from Shakespeare's Hamlet? It's in the finale of Scene 5 during the first act. Hamlet had just spent the last scene talking with the specter of his father, specifically his late father, learning of the treachery by his uncle, the current king. After which, Marcellus, an officer, and Horatio, one of Hamlet's friends, enter the scene, and Hamlet asks them both to swear what they have seen to secrecy. The quote itself comes after Horatio remarks on how strange the night had been, and in all honesty, a fairly innocuous saying from the young prince. I always did enjoy his turns of phrases in the play. And while there have been many interpretations of the bard's work, one of the most interesting is in how Hamlet himself is sort of a mirror from the audience, a bystander watching the play move about him while never really interacting with the characters, things happening, because that's how they're written. Hamlet himself giving platitudes of ideology, but never really driving his thoughts into practice. It's interesting then how that quote is what greets those who enter the Auroch, a man-made marvel of steel and science, boasting on about the indomitability of man, while in reality, to those who work in it, seeing the base as just another building, just another lock to unlock, another door to open, another set of stairs as they go about their daily lives. Perhaps that's why there's so many willing to take that first step. The pomp of it all, so failing to mask the mundanity of it. It's easy to see a door as just a door when you've opened it 100 times. There are many reasons why you all came here. Scientific security, personal justification, the need for truth. But for whatever the reason, never forget that you chose to take those first steps. It's easy to be like Hamlet, swept along in the current of greater ambitions, but people have more control of their own destiny than they realize. Never forget you chose to take those first steps. I want a sanity check from everyone.
Oh boy.
Great. What if, like, I get that you're like, oh, this is so pretentious and blah, blah, blah. Fuck you. That was great. It's a fantastic fucking monologue.
What the fans can't see is I have just started posting multiple applause gifs in our Discord server that we have for this game, because holy shit, that was good.
That's
That
a
was
great
really
monologue.
good.
Well done.
Like that was just...
So, just as a reminder, we're rolling a D100 and we have to get under our sanity, correct?
Yes.
Great, because my sanity is a 39 right now. Oh boy! All right.
What's my sanity at? 50. Oh, yeah. You said under, correct?
Oh, thank God. Ooh, that's a 19.
My current sanity is 46. I rolled a 78.
And remember, passing ain't always winning.
Oh fuck! You're right. You're right. That's so
true. That's true.
Oh no.
Okay.
So here's the thing. A lot of times when we do these checks, you guys tell me the number, not realizing that I don't have your fucking character sheets. I just need to know if you pass it.
Okay, I passed. I rolled a 19 on 39 check.
I failed.
I failed. I rolled a 55 on a 50.
Okay.
I would have failed even if I had full sanity points.
So the fish dog got away, right?
Yes. I am so sorry, D.
No.
This is one of the times I get to roll because
Oh no.
I'm going to roll. You lose 3 points of sanity.
Can I go crazy? Can I just go crazy?
No, you go crazy when you've lost 10 total, and every other 10 you get some craziness.
I don't think
you've lost.
Sure that just happened. You said I lost 3 points?
Yeah.
So I'm down to 36. I'm pretty sure I had more than 46 sanity.
I was gonna say you should have the number under sanity be like your total. So whatever your total was.
Hang on, yeah. I have the stat on a different sheet of paper, so I'm checking my thing right now. Oh, my credit rating's pretty good. Does that help?
Oh yeah.
There's some sanity.
There's one thing the architect loves. It's people with fucking some good API. You know.
Oh yeah. My initials. Wait, did I really lose 11 points of sanity last game?
That seems like a lot.
That seems high because it said my sanity was 39.
Yeah, I lost 14.
Okay. Oh, well, yeah. If that's what happened,
that's a lot.
That is a lot.
That's a fucking lot. Yeah.
If you I went from 50 to 36 sanity.
Yeah, fuck. When did?
So I'm the only one that's not insane.
Yeah, I'm gonna let it pass because normally I'm supposed to give you guys every 10, but I don't remember last game making you lose that much sanity.
Yeah, I'll go back and rewatch it.
Yeah, so we'll go back and rewatch it. But let's just say for the sake of things,
yeah, no matter what, I would have failed. No matter what, at current or starting sanity, I would have failed.
Benjamin and Benson, you guys just pass out.
Oh, great.
You guys just go unconscious.
I just stand there for a second after they save me. I'm just like was that a fucking was that a fucking water dog? And then just like drop to my knees, slump over.
Yeah, what I'm picturing is like we pull you out, we do the whole like triple take, look at each other, you and I lock eyes, and then we both just crumple.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what is that? 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 And I just start hyperventilating.
Because you passed your sanity check, you unfortunately don't just pass out. So you're still awake, Abigail, a few moments. Cat behind her ventilating. How long does it take before you calm down, you think? Like before you stop noticing the current, like before you stop focusing on what just happened and start at least kind of taking in your surroundings?
I think it takes a solid like 5 minutes of just like realizing maybe that thing isn't coming back,
and that it looks nothing like anything you have ever heard of or should exist,
and maybe maybe I just didn't see what I thought I saw.
You awake? It's you and the boys in this little room, very dark.
I think I have like a wrench or something in my hand, right?
Yeah, you do have like a wrench or a pipe. One of you has a wrench, one of you has a pipe.
I think it was a pipe.
What do you think your character is gonna do?
I'm gonna run over. I think I would probably run over to the nearest one, whoever that would be, either Ben or Ben. Yeah. You both named yourself Benjamin and Benson, respectively, you assholes. Honestly, I would probably check on Benson first, since Benson was the one who was being dragged, just to make sure. Like, as soon as, like when I finally stop, like, I gathered myself and I'm like, okay, logical. Like, whatever that was, I don't know. Who fucking knows? I can't deal with that right now. Compartmentalize. Um, and then yeah, it's like, okay, Benson might be hurt. Whatever that thing was dragging him. Let's not think about what it was. Let's just think about what it did to him. And I'm gonna check for injuries just to see if he got hurt, if he took any damage, if he's got any bleeding, anything like that.
Yeah. So
Like, did he crack his head open when he hit the ground? Like anything like that.
Okay. So the initial is I'm just going to say give me a normal intelligence check for like an initial once over.
Okay, so my intelligence is 60, so just a 60 roll?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. That's a 93. Boy.
There's
Yeesh.
a lot of water. He's very wet. It's very wet.
He's a
wet.
soggy boy.
And
He's a
it's
soggy
hard
boy.
to tell like if like the wetness, you're still a little shock, and even though you can physically see, it's hard to tell if the wetness isn't from his blood or not.
Okay. Is there
Fail
blood?
that check, you're going to have to make a medicine check now.
Oh boy.
That was the
there
easy
any
one.
blood?
Well, you're kind of freaking out. Like
Okay.
I said, you should know that there isn't, but even though you can see.
Yeah. Okay. Just a regular medicine?
Yeah, well, unless you have medicine checked as one of your things, you should have like a
Right.
flat percentage.
Do I have
It should
medicine?
it'll show it on like the character sheets.
I'm an author and a researcher, so probably not.
Your medicine is probably the same as everyone else's,
it
which is a 1%.
1%.
Which is why I had you make the easy one first, and you decided to fail that. So now make the incredibly difficult choice.
I made the decision to fail the medicine check. You were so right for that.
Next time,
Hang
just
on.
roll better.
Roll better. Got it. I'm going to be honest with you. That's not a 1. That's a 25.
And you hear a large thung from somewhere.
Immediately up, like brandishing the pipe.
It came from the direction you just came in.
How does she do? The dumb fucking
Like a
protagonist, the dumb white girl thing from every horror movie ever.
Well, let's give you a little sense of the geography.
Okay.
There's the big lab room that you were in, and there's a small door that you and Benjamin were looking through that leads to where you're at now, which is a much smaller room that has the connection. So it's like the thud came from that bigger room.
Okay. And I should remind you, I do have a high credit rating.
Yes.
So keep that in mind. It's important. You know what?
I'm gonna get you into this new car at
gotta get that
low.
That fucking tax bracket, baby. We in there. I think she's just like, hello?
You hear sounds.
Oh no.
And it sounds like, I don't know if you guys could hear that.
No.
Nope.
Didn't hear it.
I got you.
Turn your noise gate off. Turn your filter off.
You hear like
the door opens?
No. I mean,
I hear a door open. So Benson looks out. So I'm gonna look over to hang on, my computer's being really weird.
Benson is inside with you, right? In that room?
Yeah.
Since Benjamin was next to you at the door, he's in the room. You'd have to he knocked out.
Okay.
Knocked out by the door.
I don't want to lean down to check on Thatcher, so I'm just gonna kick him, not hard, but just to be like, wake the fuck up, wake up. Wake up.
Like I said, he knocked out by the door, so he's in the other room. He's
all right. Well, then I'm gonna do that to Benson then.
You swear you can hear like maybe skittering.
Yeah, don't like that.
Benson, wake the fuck up, Benson, wake the fuck up.
He's out cold.
Benson, please.
Like not even like You failed both your checks. You're not even sure if he's breathing.
Oh no. I'm gonna try to tiptoe towards the door, and did the door make noise and when I opened it?
No,
Originally?
it was broken and didn't slide open. You guys had to open it physically.
Right.
Kind of like it's
So
just
the door is still open because it's broken,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
yeah.
I'm going to just sort of peek my like Scooby Doo style, peek my head out the door and look.
There's Benjamin. I swear
Yeah.
to God, I'm just gonna start saying Ben, and you're both gonna be Ben. It's gonna be up to you guys to
Yeah,
figure out which Ben I'm talking about.
I'm going
Um,
with I'm going with Benson and Thatcher.
Thatcher's a good one, yeah.
That's fine. That's fine.
She's on the ground, out cold. It's a very dark room. Nothing's out of place. Everything's there like it was before. As you concentrate into the darkness, that's when they catch your eye, and it's these two small yellow orbs,
Okay.
and you see them way out, like just deep in that darkness of the room.
Yeah.
And as you're staring at them, you see another set of two yellow
Oh
orbs,
no.
and then another and another,
Oh no.
and before you know it, there's dozens upon dozens of them just staring at you, and you have enough wherewithal to realize that they're not staring at you. And when you turn around to look behind you, you see just a giant pulsating yellow orb looking directly at you. And you wake up.
What?
And
Huh?
you wake up, and your next you three all wake up at the same time. You wake up in the infirmary. There's some medical. There's Mike, the medical dude you met. I will remember Mike. I swear to fucking God, I'm gonna remember Mike. And there's he's looking over you. He hasn't noticed. He's doing some kind of test, so he hasn't noticed you three waking up.
I think I jolt out of bed so hard I fall out of the bed. It's like, oh.
Which I think is what wakes me up, and I go,
And just,
"Where the fuck am I?"
It's like hit the ground.
Yeah, I was gonna say you hitting the ground is probably what wakes me up as well.
That catches Mike's attention, and he turns around. He's like, "Ah!" And this is probably the first time you really heard Mike talk. And I'm not gonna give him a southern accent, I swear.
You gave him a southern accent last time. What do you mean?
No, I know. No, Mike didn't talk. I gave the other two males southern accents.
Okay.
Won't give the third male a southern accent.
Go Cockney. Do it, coward.
Mike looks at you and he's like, "Oh, it's fucking now I wanted to say some accent." And I'm like, "Nope, not gonna. Nope." Good to see you two woke up. All three of you. Okay.
Ugh.
Oh, you okay? You okay?
Fuck, my head hurts.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
Okay, you guys, calm down. You guys, you guys are all really low on your iron. You've been asleep a while. Just kind of,
How long's a while?
about 2 days.
What?
Okay, whoa.
What do you
Okay.
mean 2 days?
And he helps you up, Abigail. Get you back on the just sitting down in the bed. Yeah, you guys, it's calm down. I'll talk to you guys, but I can see you all kind of thing. And he hands each of you a cup of water and some pills, and he's like, these are some iron pills. You're all really low on your iron count, which is probably why you're all hyperventilating right now.
Okay, I go ahead and swallow them.
Yeah, I guess I'll take one. I'm so confused right now.
Can I make some kind of check to sleight of hand it?
Yeah.
I don't have any reason to do that. Do that.
I just inherently don't trust it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
What am I rolling?
I'm looking at the thing right now to try to figure out what you would be rolling, and I am thinking the sleight of hand skill.
Oh, I didn't even see that was the thing.
If I had to guess.
Oh. Okay. Considering what my percentage would be on that, instead of doing that, I'm just going to straight out refuse.
It's like, okay, that's fine. It's just iron tablets. They're not like anything special. And then he has like a moment where he stops and he goes, "Yeah, I'll show you." And he pops one into his mouth and drinks it.
Great, good for him.
They're just iron tablets. They help you. You know,
Good for
you guys are really
him.
low. Your blood
Good
counts.
for him.
Hey, Doc, what happened? Because I remember going to sleep in the common room, or what is it? The habitat room, the rec room.
He sits there and goes, "Well, we were hoping you guys would be able to tell us that. When we found you guys in the fuck. That's what I didn't have open. I didn't have the maps open.
It's always something. Don't worry about it.
There it is. Okay. We found you guys in the ejection area, lab 1. And you guys were all just like passed out.
Okay.
Benson, it looks like you took a nasty hit on your head.
Yeah, it stings like a bitch. But I remember coming back from the water walk, and then after we had dinner, we just went to bed.
Wait, that actually happened? Oh, Benson. There were these. Okay. Listen, I'm a writer. Okay, I do fiction and nonfiction. I do research. I know how this is gonna sound. There were monsters in the lab, and they had Benson. There was more than one. It was some kind of weird fish dog thing, but it could use tools. I'm gonna try to look for a piece of paper and a pen and like a pen or a pencil. I want to sketch this thing.
I am carefully watching Mike for his reaction to this.
Mike, when Abigail started talking, was writing stuff down, and you see he's just writing stuff down in his book.
Yeah.
I'm just sort of looking at Abigail incredulously, and then I'll just say, "Monsters?"
Mike goes, here, and he takes out like an extra pad he has and his pen, and he hands him to Abigail. If you want to write it down, or draw it, I assume.
Yeah, I don't know if you want me to do like a. I'm not good at art, but I'm gonna try to sketch this thing as best I can.
I was gonna say, just describe how you describe. How good is your picture to like?
It's not. It's not great. I think I get the basic shape down. I'm focusing mainly on the fact that it can use tools, like it was using like a weapon. It had a weapon, right? Or it had like a rope, I think, right? Like that it was dragging Benson with, and its eyes. I want to specifically get those eyes. Those are like the two big things, and I get its general shape and like what it roughly looked like.
No detail work, but the general idea.
The general idea of it, yeah.
Thatcher, since you're paying attention to Mike, you notice that like as Abigail's drawing it, she's probably like explaining it to
yeah. It's like it had like these scales here, and like its eyes were like glowing like yellow or gold, and there was more than one of them. I saw like, God, who knows how many, like 4 of them maybe, and they were using ropes. They were dragging Benson along.
When she says they were using ropes, Thatcher, you notice Benson kind of goes like whoa, and then you see him writing a little bit faster.
Not Benson, that's Mike. I'm Benson.
I thought I said Thatcher. Yeah, I meant Thatcher.
No, you said Thatcher, but then you said I was.
Mike was writing.
Yeah. Mike.
Can I tell if he believes her or not? Like by his facial expression.
Mike is in a full body jumpsuit. He's half-lifing it, man.
Is it like a quarantine suit, like with a
not like a full quarantine suit, but I want you to think of like a full body suit, like Half-Life. That kind of
like a plug, like one of the plug suits.
Yeah,
from Eva, the show, the movies I've been watching recently.
Gotcha.
You can't see his face. And he was wearing that the last time. It's full body. It's red, and it's got like the white cross on it to like on various places. It's a medical suit.
Gotcha.
Is this out of the ordinary?
No.
Like,
no.
do I think he thinks that we're contaminated in some way?
No. He's giving off a very air of like he is doctoring it up. He is writing down what you're saying, seemingly for some kind of posterity. He is not
big doctor energy.
Yeah. He's giving big doctor energy.
Okay. Listen, Mike, I know how this sounds. I get it. I'm here to investigate the ocean madness phenomenon. I know what it sounds like, but this was not a dream. Like you said, you found us in the labs. That whole experience, we were in the labs. Like,
yeah. Was there anything else? Any other things that were happening? Anything weird? Like anything like
other than a bunch of water, other than a bunch of fish dogs trying to kill us? No, Mike, I don't think there was.
Abigail, are you sure you didn't just have a nightmare?
I'm really sure that it wasn't a nightmare.
Benson, I saw them too.
That's not possible. That can't be possible. You saw some kind of lights out in the ocean.
Mike perks up. You saw them too?
Yes, I did.
Same things? They were doing all the things Abigail said they were doing? Like the rope and everything?
They were trying to take Benson, I don't know why.
And she said she saw a bunch of them. About how can you give like a better estimate of how many you saw?
4, she said, sounds about right.
Well, you wouldn't have seen the 4. You've only seen the 1. But I don't know if you're just trying to back me up or not.
That's all. It did. Mike hears what Mike hears, man.
Yeah, that's fair.
Thatcher knows he didn't see. He only saw the 1, but he's got no reason to, disbelieve.
Yeah, I kind of give Mike a side eye, like, thanks.
That Abigail didn't see more because I did pass out. But as of talking to Mike in character, yeah, I'm backing her up.
Oh, I'm telling you, Benson, they tried to drag you out of the ship.
Hey,
or out of the lab.
Hey, Doc.
Yeah?
Have you heard of anything like this happening before?
I
know the ocean madness is a thing, but have you heard anything specifically about, I don't know, weird creatures?
Fish dogs?
Yeah,
hold on. Before we even go any further, I know one way we can prove it right now.
Mm-hmm. How's that?
Are there rope burns or rope ligature marks on Benson?
I asked
because if they dragged him that far, it will have left marks on Benson.
It might have left marks. This is true.
I'm just going to assume you're asking that in character. And Mike's going to go. I went over Benson head to toe. Aside from some lacerations, he doesn't have anything.
That doesn't make
doesn't have any rope or drag marks.
I'll even pull up like my sleeves and my pant legs. And I'm just like, I was
gonna say anything. My next question. Okay, Benson, not to be weird, disrobe.
Okay, well, like
I like lift up my shirt so you can see my back. Anything
is Mike lying to us? Do we see obvious rope burns or anything?
There's no rope burns, but like you said, there's some lacerations. There's some.
I don't remember seeing any rope burns, so I can't confirm.
There's a couple cuts. I say lacerations. There's a couple of small cuts that have already like started to heal on them.
No.
You know what? Hey, Benson.
Yeah.
You're a private investigator, yeah?
Yeah.
You get into some scrapes and such, yeah?
Yeah.
So do you think they're gonna see some stuff? Like,
how
good were you looking before you came back?
Especially my back, it's just scarred to shit. I got a couple of scars on my arms. I've been through some scrapes.
Yeah, so it's like it's not like it's a crazy amount, but for 2 professors who ain't done shit,
yeah,
it's a bit surprising.
That is a little strange.
Yeah, as I'm like going over my arms and legs and stuff, I'm just like, all of these are from various lab accidents.
Hold on.
Yeah, I don't believe that for a fucking second.
Well, hold on. I do have archaeology as one of my disciplines on here, so like I'm more used to field work. So I would be more apt to like not see that as big a deal because you're gonna get scraped up in field work.
Well, yeah, but he doesn't. You don't do field work, right? Like that. The cover story is you were just a researcher.
My cover story is that I'm a marine biologist.
I'll think we'll say it is that Abigail, you see it and you kind of go, whoa, because you're like, oh,
that's like
you're not used to that.
Those are like combat wounds.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, he's. I think we established like he's got like a bunch of cuts and scrapes and like compared to the average person who doesn't, especially you, Abigail, who is more of a researcher and hasn't like it seems like whoa, that's a lot. But to like Thatcher, he's like, well, yeah, I've been out. You will get fucked up.
Yeah, because
so
like the way I think Thatcher's looking at it is like I'm more like your typical archaeology. So like I'm not gonna get as dinged up as him, but like his cover story, marine biologist. My first thought as a field researcher would be, okay, he's been bit by a bunch of different predatory fish.
But those don't look like bite marks.
All right, so
I don't know that.
Let me just backtrack a little bit. I'll just say, most of these are from, I've been bitten by various types of undersea life, and then also, I took wrestling in high school.
But see,
part of the wrestling.
Yes, wrestling, notably where you would get a lot of slash marks. Got it.
I'll say.
I would have accepted fencing more than wrestling.
I say Thatcher buys it. Totally. I say Abigail, you probably. I want you to put this away. Write this down.
Yeah.
Right. You get the feeling that Benson is very careless.
Got it.
Like you get the feeling that he is maybe a bit of a like maybe he gets hurt a lot.
No, see, like the way I'm thinking is, I don't know enough to know those don't look like bite marks.
Yeah,
I know enough to go. He works in the field. That makes sense.
But I think
I might be a bit metaing here, but like I would, thinking about how I would think about research, because I'm just like a book researcher. I think it's a bit strange that you would have that many marks on your back.
Yeah, I mean, it is interesting. It is interesting that you're noting down that I'm careless because my overall appearance is like disheveled gremlin.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's why I was kind of having like I think Abigail is the type of person who is seeing something there, and that's why I think like you're probably. It seems like I think the best thing would be to you label it as like. Because you haven't Abigail hasn't done anything to say like to be like I don't trust any of the people here, so probably you're writing down something as like he seems like he's prone to getting hurt.
Yeah, maybe he gets into some shit on the weekends. Who knows? I don't know.
And meanwhile, Thatcher like does believe him, but also has given off the air of he probably doesn't care that much.
Yeah.
So like
makes sense.
Mike sits there and he's like. You see him like thinking for a second, and he's like, okay, Benson, you look in the you kind of got the most rough of it. We found you guys like just in the lab, and you guys were passed out. Everyone wants to get like a bit more information on stuff, but you guys you're not looking at Reese wants like a report, but like you, especially you, Benson, you had like, you hit your head pretty hard. Nothing needing stitches or nothing, but like, concussion's a concussion. So and he basically says, I want you to just head off to your room and like get yourself something to eat and just rest for a bit if you can.
Yeah.
I want to go over. I'm gonna check. And he looks over to Abigail and Thatcher. He's like, I want to check you guys once more. Just to like give a once over. We don't really have like a psychology person, but
Is there any sort of security footage we can go over to see exactly what happened? Because I would like to know how we ended up in the lab in the first place.
That's a good question.
I mean, I know how we got to the lab. We followed the trail of fucking water from the beds.
He looks there and goes, that Reese and Hill gonna talk to you about that. They told me they wanted to talk to you about that. I want you specifically to go get something to eat and just lay down a bit first before you go talking to the big man.
Okay.
And big lady, all right?
Yeah.
So, do we take that as an acknowledgement that they did find the water trail?
Dude, you can take that however you goddamn want. But so Benson, I'm assuming you go in to get something.
I'm gonna go grab, like, I don't know, maybe a tuna sandwich or something.
As soon as you're out,
God,
Mike
I want a tuna
closes the
sandwich
door.
now.
Oh, I hate tuna sandwiches.
I love them.
Mike closes the door and he's
Too
like,
fishy.
and turns on you two, and immediately you feel like a change of demeanor in Mike. He seems a bit more excited. He's like, all right, so listen.
Okay.
You saw the fish dogs, right? Yes. What the fuck?
Yes.
What? All right, look, and he as he's waving you guys over, and you see him go to like a section of the room that's like his own personal office, and he pulls out his journal. He's like, look, they ain't saying shit. I don't know if Reese just doesn't know it, or just doesn't care, or just thinks it's crazy. But like, I've been here for like a lot of years, like not like constantly. I go up in the house. I go up into
right
to the top side stuff. But like, as I've been doing this stuff, people have been talking about seeing crazy shit. And of course, like all the higher ups are like, oh, they're just seeing crazy shit. But like after a while, some crazy shit people starts kind of being, the same crazy shit that everyone's seeing. And like he starts pulling out these notes, and you see
patterns.
He pulls out like a notebook, and you see that like his one of his notebooks has what is a much better drawn version of the fish dog that you said than you did, Abigail.
Right.
Now,
okay, that's it. Is it bad that I'm picturing the "It's Always Sunny" scene, but like with a fucking cigarette hanging from his mask?
He was very doctor-ish, and then the minute Benson left the room, it's fucking Pepe Silvia.
Oh no! Maybe what I imagined was the chalkboard from Pacific Rim, where they're trying to calculate how often the kaiju are coming through.
Okay,
that's good. That's
fair
good.
enough.
That's good.
How about a mix of the two?
Yeah,
the point is that he was a normal ass person, and then Benson left the room, and then he became Charlie Day, and now he's
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And he's like pulling. He's like, yeah, okay. And he holds up like the book. He's like, so the fish dogs. Okay, so the fish dogs were seen. These haven't been seen until like the past like year. Like the fish dogs haven't shown up before, but people were seeing. And he starts flipping the things. He's like, mostly just like fish with like legs, like legs, but like the appendages and shit. People were seeing fish with appendages like really, really early on, and then like about a year or two ago, some people started saying, I start seeing these weird like dog things, and then it's finally so I'm thinking, listen, I'm thinking that these fish dog things were just fish things, and then they got turned into like these dog things, right? And I think if we wait long enough, they're just gonna be dogs.
Yeah, they were like stitched together, right? Like they had like dog parts stitched on them, or like.
Wait, so hold on. You think this is a naturally occurring, albeit very accelerated, evolutionary process?
No, I think he's saying that something changed them. Something changed them.
Or do you think it's an outside influence?
I don't fucking know.
Oh, so you don't even have any theories.
I'm in medical stuff, all right? But like, I don't. It's and they don't. No one sees it. No one sees it. I'm so sorry. There's going to be no goddamn footage. Every single time one of these things has happened, there's been a power outage. There's always power outages. And they happen all the time. It's not like it's like a conspiracy. This place loses power for like a couple of minutes at a time, different sections all the time. But it's so weird, right? That every single time someone sees one of these things makes like a big move, there's like a power outages.
Mike,
okay,
like that sounds like you say that's not a conspiracy. That sounds like a conspiracy.
That's a classic conspiracy, my guy.
Hey, listen. So like 3 years ago, right? 3 years ago is when like the first fish like thing started showing up in full. At first, people were just seeing like visions and stuff, and it was kind of hard to tell between like what people were just seeing like in like their dreams and shit. people freaking out, right? And what people actually seeing. But then 3 years ago, we had probably the longest blackout we ever had for like a solid 30 minutes. There was like a full base blackout. Full base blackouts don't happen. Normally you'll have blackouts in, like I said, sections of the thing, but like 3 years ago, full base back out. Very rare, but it happens. But usually they're only for like a couple of minutes. This time it was like 30. And then when the base power came back on, there was so much stuff we had to check that we didn't get around to checking the inventory until last. When suddenly there's like 2 tons of like the cornmeal food just missing. And no one fucking talked about it. And like then of course like that's around the same time people really started freaking out, and some of the cases of like the people freaking out were things like I saw like fishes in my dream,
and no one tried to like I don't know investigate this. There was no internal investigation to see where the cornmeal went.
It was just this like it's just one of those things that got lost in like paperwork. It's like 2 tons is a lot, but like when you go into the inventory there's like 80 tons of cornmeal back there.
And considering how isolated this place is, paperwork can easily get misplaced.
Yeah.
Exactly. People ended up just thinking maybe it was just like eventually the official record was just that it was like a miscount. We thought we had an extra 2 in there and just we didn't, or it never got delivered. But like I'm telling you, I don't know who it is. And that's like I've worked with Reese and Hill for like the whole shebang, like the past 6 years. I worked with Gibbs only probably the past like 3, but like I'm telling you, those 3 are on the up and up, which means whoever is making the decisions to ignore everything is not them, and that doesn't make any sense because they ain't fucking hardly anyone else here who has that kind of power. So I don't know.
So you're saying whoever's making the decisions is above Reese?
Yeah, which is weird because I don't see anyone above Reese around here. None of the upper management comes down.
Mike, those dogs look like those fish dog things look like they had surgery done to them. If I remember correctly, and remind me if I'm saying wrong, but they had like medical staples on them, right? Like they were like the dog parts were stapled to the fish parts.
Yes.
Like something is going on here. This is you say this is a conspiracy. Mike, this is a conspiracy. Someone is doing this. There's no way the fish are stapling dog parts to themselves. That doesn't happen, Mike.
Mike, are you the only one that has pieced this together, or do other people believe like you do?
No one seems to fucking care. Okay, look, like, and this sucks. This sucks. I'm the medical officer. I gotta listen to everything people say, even whether it's like, oh, I stubbed my toe, or Doc, I'm seeing shit in the night. I gotta see it all. Like Reese doesn't have the experience with the people I do. He doesn't hear them constantly saying it. So I'm like, they're saying it. Enough people saying it something has to be. But there's no goddamn proof. There's just no proof. There's like never any surveillance. Like things don't pick up nothing. We never find anything.
Okay, my next question.
The only one who I think is even close to understanding that weird shit's going on here is Professor Pickle, because she's studying how all the animal life is fucking going nuts.
All right, my next question. Has anybody else been kidnapped, disappeared, or is this a first with Benson?
This is the first time. Oh man, this is the first time I've heard of them attacking people.
Let's be honest. No. Be honest with us. Has anyone just straight up gone missing?
No, I can say that. This is the first time I've ever.
So something changed and they got bold.
The reason I'm telling you this is because you guys have pushed a lot of firsts today. First of all, I've never heard of any of these creatures interacting with any people. People just see them every time I see them. It's like they caught glimpses of them, right? Second of all,
they actively tried to take Benson.
Not just that. You 2 are the only 2 people who have seen the same ones. It's always just one person sees something. I've been here 6 years.
Multiple witness incident.
No 2 people have ever been like, we both saw something. It's always, I saw something when I was on my own.
I don't know.
How enthusiastic should we be in talking to Reese? Do you think he can be convinced since there's 2 of us, or do you think he's going to ignore?
I have been working with Reese for 6 years. He is a man who, and Mike thinks for a second to think about it. He's a man who's lived by digging into the earth. You know, he knows what he finds with his own hands. And he has for a long time been hearing people freak out over shit they don't see in the water. I don't think I don't think anyone else
then we
on
need
this
proof.
station is going to believe me because I've been trying and the best I can do is substantiate. And he stops for a second. He's like, they were trying to take Benson, and that is crazy. I'm supposed to go up in like the next few days. Like it's we have the last shipment coming down, and I was waiting till like last minute, like I normally do, before I take my shift when we get a new medical officer. I'm going to go and talk with Reese and try to get my
stay extended.
vacation stay extended. All right. But until then, so I want you two to keep an eye on Benson. And then like he gives like he gave Abigail he gives you Pat a note. He's like he write down anything you see, anything you hear. Oh man, we're gonna fucking blow the lid off this whole fucking thing.
Do you have any like Kodak cameras here? Anything I could make a like an instant camera, or even just like a regular camera that we can like with a what do you call a development room? Anything we can do like that?
He's like,
do you know what a smartphone is?
We got some Kodak if you go to the rec room, there's tons of disposable Kodaks that are there that are used for if you want to take pictures and stuff. And
right,
like,
there has to, of course, there has to be right, like that's a whole thing.
Yeah.
Do we have a development room here?
Yes, it's on the bottom layer. It's connected to Pickle's lab too. There's like a small development room. Okay. So if you take pictures, you can take them down there. Pickle, she dabbles in photography in her off time, which is why I got stationed. So if you just ask her to develop them, she will. He stops for a second. He's like, "Oh, here," and he rummages through his desk and pulls out 2 key cards and hands them to you. He's like, "This will get you to this will open up most places on the ship, so you'll be able to quickly get through. Don't flash them,
right?
You know, keep them. These are from my medical personnel who I don't have, so I've got tons extra. But like, you know,
got it. Thank you."
And you see Mike is supercharged. Mike, you know, like he's getting his stuff together so he can go talk to Reese. He's like, "Oh man," he's like, "See, they fucking didn't tell. See, I knew. You know, they're telling me. You know, like, oh, you know, when I was up there, they were like, oh no, you're crazy. You know, the Illuminati isn't real. You know, you're just making stuff up. There's no lizard men. I'm telling you, this is all real. Lizard men. I don't know how the lizard men are making fish people, all right? But you know that they're doing it for the Illuminati. You know that they're doing it, right?
Okay, all right.
And he picks his friggin' stuff up and leaves. Okay. We're gonna blow the lids off this man, and then like he leaves the room with like a bunch of papers in his hand that he's going
to. Just kind of side eye. I just kind of side eye Thatcher. That was a little much, but sure.
So our only ally in all this is
crazy.
Crackpot.
Yeah, a little bit.
All right. We turn to Benson. You are walking to the rec room.
I sure am.
You're currently in like the carrying one of the connector ways, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we want to get fucking real specific on the maps, you're making your way from medical. Which way? You go to the maps and you'll see like the first one's 1, and then 2, and then 3, right? You know, 1 has bridge, 2 has vehicle, 3 has habitat. Just so you can, you know.
Yep.
And it's 1 is up, 2 is middle, 3 is lower, right?
Yep.
So I'll just say upper, middle, lower. So you're in upper, you're in medical. Which way did you go to hit to the galley? Do you go to the down ladder, or do you go through the lockers?
I'm gonna go through the lockers.
Okay. So as you're making your way through the lockers, it's real fucking quiet, man.
I make a mental note of that.
And like Normally you hear like the buzz of machinery, you know. Normally it's that fucking start, it's that fucking Enterprise background noise you always fucking
Yeah.
hear, but it seems like quiet.
It's like, where is everybody?
As you go from as you make your way.
Does anything in the lockers? Does anything seem off?
I want you to make. So investigate no.
The only thing I could think
no.
of as a replacement for investigation is spot hidden.
Spot hidden. Make a spot hidden. Make a normal spot hidden.
Gotcha. I passed. That's a 36 versus 50.
Some of them are open, and that's weird.
Normally they're all closed.
Yeah, this ain't fucking school, man. This is like a job.
Yeah. Okay. How many lockers are open?
It is a so what I'll say what you're looking at is there's 3 different types of lockers. There are these big huge full body ones that are on one side. On the other side are these smaller individual ones.
Like cubby lockers?
And in the middle is like 2 rows that are facing away from each other of like school type lockers where they're like 2-3 feet long stacked on top of each other.
Yep.
There's like no cubbies are open. There's a few of the middle-sized ones are open, and like 2 of the large ones are open.
Are there any like how should I say this? Is there any
locker room chest? Also has like tons of like you can tell the locker room isn't just for like personal clothes. You see the locker room also has tons of like official personnel gear. So there's like you know.
Okay, so do the lockers
gear and clothes everywhere?
Do the open lockers look like any like gear has been left behind in them?
Like, have they been ransacked? Are you asking?
Yeah. Does it look like that they were like rummaged through, or does it look like someone just took all their shit on and forgot to shut the locker?
A quick scan shows that you see one of the big lockers. The door is a little bent.
Okay, gonna make a note of that. Strange. How does the room smell?
Doesn't smell like nothing.
I get where you were going with that.
Yeah.
I think it was gonna smell fishy, right?
I do. But like as the DM, there's a part of me going, you just were like, there's a big open box, and you're like, what does that box look like? I'm like, it looks like a box, and you're like, okay. Well, I'm not gonna go look at the box. And I'm like, okay, cool, yeah. It's a very neutral smell. You know what? No. Yeah. In fact, you don't smell anything. Like it's really quiet, man. And it's real fucking quiet, man.
That is strange. Okay.
You're not smelling nothing, not hearing nothing.
Do I see anything that looks like it could be like blood? Or any kind of other liquid?
No. Like,
okay.
the lockers are open, which is weird because like they probably shouldn't be.
Lockers open, weird. One of them is bent.
There's a lot of clothes, so it looks like a locker room of like a. You're investigator, so you've probably dealt with like a lot of like a government like job, like you know what this looks like? This looks like the locker room of like a firehouse.
Gotcha. Okay.
Chilly.
All right, just gonna make a note of all the weird shit in here, and then I'm gonna move on.
Not even gonna look in the locker. Okay, fine.
No, I'm fucking. Well, I would assume. Okay, I would assume if I see that the lockers are open, I'm gonna go through them.
You can't say that.
And I did ask. Did they look like they've been rummaged through, or someone just took all their shit out and forgot to close the locker?
My assumption was that you entered the locker room and this is what you see standing at the door. And what you could see was that. Like, what you could tell was that, like, someone open and one of the locker doors, because it's open, you see is bent.
So I'm going to go over
if you want to go investigate, you're going to have to go investigate.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to go investigate. I'm going to investigate the locker with the bent door first.
Investigate. And then the giant grabs you and drags you into the locker. Jesus fucking Christ. Like,
Oh, damn it. Oh,
No,
fucking
you found the
Giants.
secret level.
The Giants are always doing that.
Yeah.
Fucking New York
Locker
Giants.
Uh-huh.
They're mad because it's all about the Mets, baby.
Which lockers are you going to first? You going to the mediums or the large? Or
The large ones.
the large ones.
Yeah.
Okay. Bent door or unbent door?
Bent.
Bent.
Yep.
You go up to it, and it's very odd because it's completely empty.
Completely empty, okay.
Um,
Does the door have any scratch marks on it?
no.
Just looks like someone beat it.
Yeah, it looks like it got opened and closed really roughly. I want a sanitation sanitation check.
Watch your hands.
I used to be a janitor.
Sanity check. It's normal.
Ooh, I passed because that's a 4.
You kind of grab the door. Still moves. All good. You open or you close it. Open it again. All good. And you're not really paying attention because you're just kind of checking if the door works. Kind of looking at it.
Mm.
So when you close the door and open it again, you went to go close it again, just kind of making sure, checking, only realizing just as you were about to close it that you see it just full of slime and goo. What look like these little collections of like orb baubles held together by like slime, or like in sacks in the corner, and like you weren't paying attention, so you only caught it just as you closed it. You quickly open it again, and it's empty.
I'm gonna chalk that up to the hit on the head there.
Yeah, we'll say you open and close it a few more times, and nothing weird happens.
I am gonna just mark that down on my notepad, though. I'm just gonna quickly take that out. Okay, this is weird, but still think that's just my head injury.
Yeah. When he passes his check, he doesn't lose sanity. But no, I'm kidding.
All right. Since the goop in slime doesn't reappear, I'm gonna move to the next large locker.
As soon as you go to grab the locker, the lights go out.
Ah, shit.
Then they come back on.
Okay.
And then they start flickering.
I'm not liking that.
But you know where they're not flickering? The hallway that leads to the galley.
That's interesting.
Like, you can't see the hallway that leads to medical because it's like the door's closed, but like the door to there is no door that leads from lockers to the galley, so like you just see directly in, and the lights are fine. Meanwhile, the lights are in the locker room are like having an issue.
All right, I'm gonna quickly just test the door on this locker.
Yeah, this one does have stuff in it, like it closes and opens, and you see this one does have like a nice it's got one of those suits. Kind of like the kind Mike was wearing, but rather than having like being red and with the medical thing, you see that it's you know what? Let's make a good color. Blue. Blue for the technical things, like red, like thing 1 and 2.
Yeah. Okay.
And I want you to make a spot hidden.
Regular, half, or fifth?
Half.
Okay. And that is going to be 69.
Nice.
That is above 25, though, so I failed.
Okay.
You failed. Nice.
Yeah. You notice it's a bit more crumpled. It looks
Nothing
like
weird
someone's
in
been
here.
wearing it, but nothing weird.
Okay. Lights still flickering?
Yeah.
How intense is the flickering? Like,
Off,
are we
on, off, on, off, on.
So like abandoned
off,
hospital
on.
flickering?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't like that.
If you were meta, you'd hear the violin strings playing.
Uh-oh.
If you had if you had meta knowledge.
If I was playing the Evil Within.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run. Lights are on. So the hallway leading to the ladder down, is that okay? Are the lights in there cool?
You can't tell because, like I said,
the door is shut.
The door is shut to that way. Whereas, like, there's no door between lockers and galley.
Do I go down or do I go to the galley? Oh boy.
I mean, you are hungry. You really wanted a tuna sandwich.
I do really want a tuna sandwich, but also weird shit's happening. I'm gonna go to the galley.
That fucking that weird shit's weird, but that tuna sandwich is calling your name.
I'm gonna go to the galley.
I hear the horror calling.
Yeah, you head to the
scrambled
eggs. As you leave the lockers, the flickering still kind of going in the locker room, but like you head to the galley. No flickering here. Walking through the long corridor.
Anybody in here?
No. It's quiet, man. Like, it's real fucking quiet. You gonna look out the port view window? Because each of the hallways has on either side the giant fucking windows into the abyss.
Do you want me to look out the port view window?
Well, no.
It sounds like that's what he wants.
I'm wondering what Benson would do. Because Benson has had a very traumatic experience and just saw some weird shit. So I just want to know if Benson would sit there and be like, fuck the abyss, I don't give a fuck. Or if he'd be like, nah, I don't need to see.
No, Benson would look. Benson's looking. It's just the PI curiosity.
It looks nice. You see the lights of the Aurochs other section, the other side of the ship.
Those
like off in the distance, kind of swaying.
And as we've established, those are the only things that we can see out in the abyss.
Yeah. Not much going out. Just like a nice. It's beautiful, like blue, but not like ocean blue. It's like this incredibly deep, like darker blue color that like fades gradually into like black. Like an inky black. It looks really nice. Spot hidden, please. Fuck, we need a better one for this. No, I want a better one. There's got to be a better one.
And is there not like an investigation or like detective work or anything
There's
like that?
not an investigation, no.
That's weird.
It's weird. I wouldn't even say this is spot hidden. You know what? Yeah, stealth. Give me a stealth. I could label this stealth. Give me a stealth. A normal stealth.
That's gonna be a 37, which is a pass.
A pass. You don't see anything out there. And you notice like a really hazy something. And and you're trying to focus in on it, and you realize the reason you can't see it is because it's a reflection.
Oh, yeah. I like try to wipe off the window too.
Yeah,
thinking like it's maybe condensation.
Condensation.
Like, no, you realize there's something reflecting behind. It's like something that's being reflected from behind.
Yeah, I'm gonna whirl around and see if there's anything behind me.
You look and you don't see anything immediately. But you do notice that in the reflection, there's something behind you. Just like in the last mirror.
I close my eyes to shake my head and I talk to myself. I'm just like, Jonathan, calm down. Jonathan, calm down. You took a hit on the head. Everything is fine. Everything's fine. There's no such thing as ghosts. There's no such thing as phantoms. We're fine. Okay, we're fine. I open my eyes again.
It's gone.
See, it works.
Just breathe a sigh of relief, and then I'm just like, okay, it's time for that tuna sandwich. I'm gonna take the closest ladder.
This better be the best goddamn tuna you've ever tasted.
I'm gonna take the closest ladder down, just because now I'm closer to that one.
Oh no, you're heading to the galley. So, after you get to the galley, are you gonna stay in the?
Oh, was I in the galley already?
Oh, well, now you are. Before you were in the little hallway to the galley.
Gotcha.
But we'll say as soon as you opened your eyes and you're gonna go get that tuna sandwich, is gone. You do notice, like as soon as you entered the galley, you like everything was fine. You hear that hum and chug of machinery. You know,
I'm gonna.
the humming of the lights that hum that fluorescent lights give.
Yeah.
You know.
Can I look back down towards the locker room and see if the lights have stopped flickering?
Yeah, the lights are fine.
Okay. All right. Yeah. It's just the hit on the head. I'm fine.
How you, Abigail and Thatcher Boy?
Hmm?
What are you doing? What's your plan?
The first thing I'm going to go do is to get a disposable camera, to have one on me. You know I gotta keep that thing on me. You know I gotta keep that thing on me.
You know what they say: stay strapped or get clapped.
I'd say this is a good time for maybe you and Thatcher to kind of like tell me what you're going to do.
Matt, like, Abigail. All I want to say, Matt, is that Abigail being a lesbian, that has a whole other meaning. We don't.
I know.
We don't. Let's not. Anyway. I mean, no. I think I'm going to. I think I want to try to keep close to Benson. Just in case something happens. So that we can, because we need to keep an eye on him. So I'm going to. I'm assuming. Remind me? Did you tell us you were going to go get food?
Yep.
Yeah.
So the first thing I'm doing is getting a disposable camera. The second thing I'm doing is
actually hold on. Let's do it this way.
Okay.
Abigail goes, keeps an eye on Benson. I'll go grab the cameras and then meet you guys at the galley. I want him alone the least amount of time possible.
Yeah, and the small girl should definitely be there to keep an eye. Got it. Okay, cool. Instead of the big strong man. No, I'm kidding. I'll go find Benson. You go get the cameras and meet us in the break room or in the cafeteria.
Which one you want to do first, Nick?
Well, Abigail made it to the cafeteria to find Benson chowing down on a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Oh,
because there was no tuna.
That's upsetting.
The hardest horror. That's so sad.
It's this particular moment, Benson and Abigail by extension. Turns out when people live at the bottom of the ocean, the last thing they want to fucking eat is fish. So fish is just not kept on the galley.
So real.
That's fair.
You're so real for that. I love it.
Thatcher. So I guess you made your way down, and as you enter the rec room, you notice it's real fucking quiet, man.
Oh no. Oh good. Oh joy. Oh joy. Do I notice any flickering lights?
No. But it's real fucking quiet, and there's no one here.
All right, remind me. This place was kind of a ghost town anyway, correct?
Yeah.
But it's even more so, it's seemingly now.
There should be more people here.
There should at least be one or two people here.
It's been long enough that the people who are coming down should have already filtered out. You recall, Mike did say that tomorrow is the last shift of the elevators coming in. So if the people were here, they should have been here by now. Right? This place should have been filled out. Also,
yeah. Right.
Fucking Gibbs ain't here, and normally Gibbs is always in the rec room,
Oh.
You always see him.
Do I notice anything else out of place, other than Gibbs not being there?
I'll give you one piece for free. The TV Gibbs watches is on still, and then you're gonna have to give me a spot hidden check, my dude.
You know what I'm gonna tell you for free, Nick? You're doing an amazing job.
I rolled.
Keep up the wonderful work.
Thank you.
44. You said spot hidden?
Yep.
Regular or half?
Regular.
Then I passed.
Okay. See, I couldn't say half because you already gave me the number, and I'm already wanting to tell you what you found.
Gotcha.
As you do.
It's real fucking quiet. You can't, like, you look up, there's no noise coming from the lights. There's no noise coming from, like, the walls it normally is. And, like, all the lights are on. Normally they're not all on. Normally you have the lights in the way the reception room is, like, set out. Is divided into like three sections. You have like a little section that's like a community section. There's like a pool table there and like a couple of games. You have the section where Gibbs is usually at, which is like has like television and a bunch of tapes, and it's also like some books and stuff there. It's like that's the more quiet recreation. And then there's a third section that's the size of both of them like combined. It's like even though it's divided into thirds, this is the biggest section, and that's where like that's divided off into like the little mini housings that go on that you're able to like go into rooms like they're connected,
Yeah.
Sort of like a Japanese style where it's like just kind of paper, not paper, but like a Japanese style where there's like individual walls that you can kind of slide open and go into rooms, and those have like their lights. Those lights are usually kept off because people go there usually to sleep. And since time is kind of fucky when you're this far below, it's cordoned off enough that like you can turn off the lights and it'll be dark enough that you won't notice. But like the lights are on everywhere. You can see into the area. Like maybe there's some lights off in the further back little mini rooms, but like you can kind of see in there and it looks like they're on, and that's odd. You can make another spot hidden, but this one's gonna be hard.
You got this. I believe in you.
I don't actually believe.
Wow.
Wow.
Jace, goddammit, did you get the Discord fuck up on you again?
No.
I think it did. Jason's having some Discord issues, so we're going to jump into Abigail's, and then on our next episode, we'll pick up where Jace left off. So, you listeners at home, that's what we're doing right now. So you're watching Benson nosh on like a peanut butter sandwich, and he seems pretty cool. I'd say he does seem a lot of the worse for wear. To kind of move things along, Benson, once he finishes up, probably going to go take a nap. Like you were told to by Mike?
Yeah, or maybe not take a nap, but I'm going to lay down.
Lay down? So he's going to head down to the rec room where things are happening. And I will say, Abigail, you get, like, before you follow Benson, you get like a feeling.
Okay.
Hungry or thirsty? Dealer's choice. Which one you want? I can't say dealer's choice because that'd be mine.
I mean, watching Benson chow down on a PB&J, I probably get a little hungry. I mean, I was asleep for 2 days, so yeah, probably a little famished.
Yeah, so you're gonna go fetch yourself some food. Now the way the galley's set up. The way the galley's set up is you have it divided, basically split right down the middle. Half of it, which is kind of open to everyone, is like an area with food. There's also these like vending machines that don't actually take money, but you can just kind of press and they pop out like individualized like drinks or individualized snacks. Nondescript company made Dortos and like Big Debbie and stuff like that,
Yeah.
Large Deborah.
Large Deborah.
Deborah.
Big old
snacks that the company very much made so that you'd think that, but they're not legally distinct. And then there's also like a little like, there's like heating areas for you to like pick up food and stuff. And then the other half is like you kind of enter through is like the kitchen area.
Right.
Where it has like the freezers and coolers and stuff containing all the different foods. You have like 2 different types of freezers. There's a bunch of small freezers that are like more individualized, and then like the big ones where everything bulk is kept. And the same with refrigerations. There's like bigger refrigerators where like you keep all the liquid and stuff like that, and then smaller refrigerators for like you're pulling out for like the next week or something food.
Right.
So if you're going to get yourself something, it's probably something from like the smaller coolers.
I mean, I guess I'll check the container. I just want to see what's available for food. Because I don't want no PB&J. I want nothing sweet. Definitely, and I definitely don't want fish. Fuck that. No, absolutely not. I want a pizza. Or do they have pizza?
You look inside some of the smaller coolers, and you see that someone has very graciously labeled different sections of the coolers. Like, as you see, it's been written on the boards. Sandwich stuff. You see one that says like, meat and shit. You see
Yeah.
one that says like soups.
Okay.
You see one that says like snacks.
I'll
Um,
check the meat and shit one just to see what
you
they
open up,
have. Something that
uh,
isn't something land based animal would be great.
open
Like
it
a
up.
turkey burger or like a fucking like a steak. I probably won't get steak, but
Yeah, you open it up, and god damn it, it's dead empty. Uh,
yet.
but with a note that's been like taped on the inside.
Okay.
It reads, Gibbs, get off your fat ass and restock the fridge.
Yeah, god damn it.
And I'd say it's at this point you notice that like when you're going and you're like, oh, the fridge is empty, and you do notice that like, oh hey, the big cooler where like foods and stuff is kept has been left open. Like it's cracked open a
Oh,
bit.
okay. That's weird. I'll go
It's
over there to
also
shut it. Yeah.
it's also real fucking quiet.
Oh god.
You said you're gonna go shut it?
I guess I yes. Oh no.
You do as you go to close it, you hear like someone's inside there. Like someone's inside, like
Someone's
getting
in
stuff.
the freezer? Wait, is this like
Cooler, it's
a
cooler. It's a cooler. There's two. There's two big ones. If you've ever,
okay?
have any of you ever worked at like a
Okay,
grocery store?
okay. It's a walk-in cooler. See, the way you
Yeah.
were talking, I was thinking it was like like one of those like box freezers that you like you go into like a gas station to get like
Um,
ice creams out of. Okay, but if you're saying it's
yeah,
a
yeah,
walk-in, yeah,
no.
I will.
Yeah. There's two. There's those that are there, but and the same with like those refrigerators. There's those freezers that you can like open up like that. But
Yeah,
then there's also big walk-in ones where all the stuff's actually kept.
right. I will. I will. I'm gonna go over there to shut it. I'm not like gonna go into it. I'm just gonna go over there to shut it. But then if I hear someone in there,
Yeah.
what do they sound like?
You just hear like the sounds because, like I said, it's only open. It's like cracked a bit. You just hear the sounds of like someone like the boxes being picked up. You
Okay.
hear like someone's in there. You can hear someone in there.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, I don't I guess I don't really think anything of it. I'm just gonna open the door. Like, hey, what's going on? What do we got in here?
I'd say from your point of view, this cooler, the coolers and freezers, you've been in them before.
Yeah,
Because everyone's kind of like it's like a community thing, so everyone kind of these things
sure.
are designed like I mean, it's simple when you think about it, but it
Uh-huh.
feels like it's designed like a fucking labyrinth where it's like the
Right.
walls are like the the it's the shelving that everything takes on makes like a spiral
Okay.
around the thing and then goes into itself. So to find stuff you got to go into it and like through it. And it's, boxes and stuff is full of stuff.
Yeah. Right.
Uh, so like you don't see anybody in there, but you hear someone in there, and you said, hey," and you hear someone like, "Ah, damn, can I, can you give me a hand?"
Sure. Do I recognize the voice?
No, but you're inside the cooler, and even though it's real fucking quiet, there's like that feeling of like cold. It's cold air.
Yeah.
This is gonna be hard to describe because I don't think you guys have worked in like grocery.
I worked a fucking not a grocery store job, but I have worked a job with a walk-in cooler. I know how they work.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
a walk-in freezer. I know what it sounds like in there. Like
Yeah, like
it's weirdly echoey and also like kind of absorbs sound at the same time.
yeah, yeah, like the dense
Yeah.
the dense cold air somehow it makes sound weird. So yeah. If as long as you get it, trying to get the people at home, it's a weird feeling of like talking in there. You can't really talk normally when you're inside a cooler. You have to yell because it's so loud and everything comes out weird. So you don't recognize the voice, but then again, when you talked, even you sounded weird to you. So you don't recognize it at the mop. It's a guy.
Yeah. That's the thing is I don't know if Abigail would think anything of it because this is probably not the first time this has happened.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think she just kind of steps in, like, yeah, how can I help?
I'm trying to get some of this stuff over here, but I can't get a hand on it. Like it's the whole thing's coming.
Sure. Yeah, I can hold it down for you. And I'm gonna go over there to find him.
Yeah. Now, like I said, it makes like the thing makes like the square spiral thing around it. You know.
Yeah.
So you go into the into the things, and it's stacked on either side. Like as soon as you enter it, it's like stacked on either side. I will, for the better, tall boxes on the top of the shelves, and they're like packed up, so it's hard to like see around you, and you're walking through it to get to him. You can hear him not too far ahead of you, but you don't know exactly where he is. But you just keep walking through the spiral, taking the turns.
Yeah.
Take a right turn. You're walking through, take another right. Walking through, and you take another right. And you're walking through, and take another right.
Oh, that's too many rights.
Walking through.
Hey, that's too many. Hey,
how many
Nick,
rights do you take? How many rights do you take before you've noticed you've taken too many rights?
I don't think, Nick. I don't think you realize that's too many rights for that to be right. I can't take that many rights. Probably like 5. Like I'm not thinking about it at first, but after the 3rd one, I'm like, that's a little weird. And then like by the 5th one, I'm like, oh. And I'm immediately gonna look. I'm immediately gonna start backing up.
You do see as you start backing up, you do see that at the next right, you can see some of the shells jingle, and the voice you heard is now very clear. It's like, oh hey, can you? One of these shells is about to pop. Can you give me a? Can you come hold it up?
Sure. And I'm gonna try to go a different way.
I mean, the only way to go is like right. It's like I said, it's a big spiral thing.
I turn around.
Okay.
Can I go back the way I came?
You move, and there's the shelving lets you take a right.
Oh, you actual human bastard! You fucking. Oh no, I'm in PT! No! I'm in PT! Help me! No! I look around. Is there anything I can arm myself with? I don't like this.
It's all just like shells and boxes of like food and stuff.
I try to open a box. Is there fruit in the box?
As soon as you open up the box, you feel your hands touch something squishy, and you immediately drop it, and the box falls, and just like a very much dead, but also very much like a very dead octopus just kind of flops out of it.
I start screaming. Top of my lungs. Help! Help! Please help me, someone, as loud as I can.
It's real quiet, man.
Can I hear her?
Which is weird because you're screaming, but it's real quiet, man. Like there's no sound coming out of your mouth.
Oh no! Oh, I hate
this. One of these boxes, it's about to fall over. Can you give me a hand, man?
Hey, Nick, you know when I said when we did like the session 0 we talked about like hardcore fear shit? This is the scariest fucking thing you could have done to me. You know me way too fucking well. I know where you live. I will come kill you in person.
Look,
I am so scared right now. Like, me legitimately is like, oh no. I think Abigail. I mean, there's nothing she can do. She's gonna start going right. Like
yeah,
she starts bolting, just trying to find a way out.
Yeah, that's what I think is that you're just gonna start bolting and
I
like you take
think
a right.
I think she starts mindlessly bolting. She is out of her mind with terror.
Make a normally you'd say I don't want to do sanity because like
this feels to me like a sanity roll. I'm not gonna lie.
No, because you guys like no, don't worry, that's going to come. I want you to make a dodge.
A dodge? Oh,
yeah.
Okay, my dodge isn't that bad.
Yeah, it says your dodge should be just half of what your dex is.
Yeah,
So
my dodge is
dodge
40.
Roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, so make a normal dodge roll.
It's a 75.
Oh, you as you're bolting, like the the shelves kind of start shaking like as you're running, and stuff just kind of starts getting like almost like someone's throwing it onto at you, and you get hit by a couple of boxes, and I want you to take 1 hit point of damage.
Okay, that could be worse. I don't have a lot of hit points.
I know. And now you need to make a hard dodge roll.
Oh no. That's way lower. Nick, that's way low. Why are you mean to me? Why are you being mean to me? Hey, all my friends are bullying me.
One of you was going to have to go through the kitchen, and the other one is going to have to deal with the shit in the rec room. And that was what I decided. And you guys decided which one was going where.
Oh. It's just that meme. Everyone bullies me and my ass is out. Oh god. That's a 60. That's not gonna do it, friend.
As you're just bolting and like you're barely dodging some of the boxes, the rights and lefts stop being the rights stop being rights and start becoming lefts, and then like before you know it, you're almost like zigzagging in like a constant pattern, and like you're hitting against like the shelves, and you take another hit point of damage. And
oh god.
just as like it seems like the zigzags are becoming like instant and the shelves seem to be closing in on you, you hit a wall and you kind of like spin a bit, and like as you press against the wall, and then it closes and you realize you're outside of the cooler door, and what you've hit is the cooler door, and it closes because it was open a bit.
I come bolting out of the cooler?
No, like you hit the cooler door and that caused it to close, and now you're outside. Like when you hit it, you kind of like you hit it.
I immediately slam it open and bolt out.
No, like you're outside.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Yeah.
Yes, I mean, yeah, you're outside of the cooler door. You were running inside the cooler, and then you hit the cooler door, and now you're outside of it, and you closed it.
I think
do I see her?
No, you went down to sleep, man. She just went to go get some eat in the kitchen too.
Okay.
I bolt into
what what I'll say is you did as you were going down, you heard the loud clunk of her closing the door.
I bolt into the nearest corner, the furthest away from the cooler. I sink to the ground and start screaming as loud as I can. I am completely fucking inconsolable.
And that's what we're gonna step it off here, folks. I want to thank you for joining us. I want to thank our teammates. I want to especially thank Jace for giving me a whole 2 weeks to figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do to him.
Oh joy! Oh joy! Oh joy!
And
hey, Jace, what are your biggest fears, friend?
Yeah, Jace, if you could just give me a list of your biggest fears, all the trauma you've had as a child, and your social security number by next week, that'd be great.
Yeah,
not the social security number.
Kitties. There, do something with that.
Give me your credit card data and those wacky digits on the back.
I'm Rex. This has been Moral Ambiguity Beyond the Sea, and I hope to see you guys next time.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Moral Ambiguity. If you want to get in touch with us, you can find all of our social media links at beacons.ai/moralambiguity. If you like the show, feel free to give it a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts and any other platform that allows you to do so. If you have a friend that likes Dungeons & Dragons or other TTRPGs, consider sending them the Beacons link. We would greatly appreciate it. See you next time.